a city of the future where we are committed to the safety and security of our residents and businesses. We're home to the military, maritime, healthcare, arts, culture, innovation, educational centers that drive our region's economy. We are connecting our military families and veterans with workforce development services. We are Norfolk. We're supporting global security and international peace as home to Naval Station Norfolk and NATO's North America headquarters. We are a partner with federal law enforcement to reduce illegal guns on our streets. We're implementing new anti-violence and intervention strategies. We are Norfolk. We're connected to more than 380 ports and more than 115 trade destinations through our relationship with the Port of Virginia. We are bringing the world's largest cruise ships to our harbor. We are flying to a record 40 destinations and beyond. We're leading the way in high-speed fiber, big data, and machine learning. We are Norfolk. We are attracting new private investment, high-tech, high-wage, high-demand jobs to continue to transform this port city. We are funding projects to enhance coastal resilience and to reduce the risk of coastal flooding. We are nurturing new ways to innovate and create. Stay here, grow here. We are Norfolk. We are providing shelter and day services for persons experiencing homelessness. We're finding new homes for residents transitioning out of public housing. We are reducing poverty, strengthening neighborhoods, and driving change. We are creating green spaces and natural walking trails and reconnecting neighborhoods. We are Norfolk. We are contributing to the freedom of young people to grow and develop as artists and musicians, to translate their ideas and possibilities into tangible art forms. We are making multiple generational investments in school construction, innovation, and modernization. Yes, we're 97% developed, but we are ascending, transforming, transcending a city that's developing into a city of opportunity and new development. We are Norfolk. We are thriving. We are transforming. We are moving forward together. We are Norfolk, a city of the future. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Wow, what a crowd. What a crowd. Good afternoon, and thank you, Charity Volman Wynn. And thank you, Town Bank, for being this year's State of the City Series sponsor. And thank you, Brian Stevens and the Hampton Roads Chamber for this opportunity to present the State of the City Address. And thank you all for joining us today as we reflect on the state of our city and look to the future. Joining me today is the Vice Mayor of the city and members of the Norfolk City Council, Martin Thomas Jr., Tommy Smeagol, Mamie Johnson, Andrea McClellan, Courtney Doyle, Danica Royster, and John J.P. Page. Also, I'm joined by council appointees, City Manager Dr. Chip Filer, City Attorney Bernard Pishko, City Clerk Richard Allen Bull, Real Estate Assessor Pete Rada, City Auditor Tammy Dantzler. Thank you for being here. And our constitutional officers, Clerk of Court George Schaefer, Sheriff Joseph P. Barron, Treasurer Don Sessoms Hester, Commissioner of Revenue Blythe Ann Scott, and Commonwealth's Attorney Ramin Fadehi. Thank you for being here as well. And our former mayors, Joe Leaf and Paul Frame. Thank you both. As we gather here today, I am proud to report on the state of our city. Norfolk is thriving. In the past year, we have made significant progress from improving public safety to growing and diversifying our economy. Our whole community approach involves citizen participation in community development projects and public safety programs to ensure a safe, just, and secure city. We are strengthening relationships between code officials and businesses, partnering with community groups, and investing in innovation and technology to reduce crime. We're investing in law enforcement, emergency medical services, and in our park ranger unit to protect our citizens, communities, and outdoor spaces. In Norfolk, we are engaging, educating, and enforcing laws to maintain peace, security, and to protect and preserve our natural and cultural resources for the enjoyment of our present and future generations. We are serious about public safety. Our police department's new recruitment strategy is paying off. The current police academy has 34 recruits. This is the largest class since 2019. And thanks to our citizens, our police officers, our sheriff deputies, and community partners, crime rates have been on a steady decline. And as crime rates come down, residents and visitors feel safer. A special thanks to Police Chief Michael Goldsmith and the men and women of the Norfolk Police Department for helping citizens with the confidence that their rights will be protected and they can live, work, visit, and raise their families safely in the great city of Norfolk. Norfolk Fire Rescue responded to more than 53,000 emergency calls last year. 31 new firefighters were trained and graduated from the Hampton Roads Regional Fire Academy in Norfolk, and 22 experienced incumbent firefighters completed their paramedic training and passed the National EMS certification. And in Fairmount Park, a new 1,400 square foot fire rescue station 11 is being planned on the corner of Lafayette Boulevard and Lenz Avenue, replacing the nearly 100-year-old firehouse on Vernon Avenue. Thank you, Chief DeBarco, and the men and women of Norfolk Fire and Rescue for preventing harm in our community and maintaining the public trust. We are connected to the world by our distinguished military presence. Naval Station Norfolk, the world's largest naval base, and the Department of Defense are vital to our region's economy. The military is woven into the fabric of our community. The Department of Defense spent approximately $25 billion in the region last year, accounting for 40% of the region's $107 billion annual economy. And with us today, Vice Admiral Dan Dwyer, Commander, United States Second Fleet, and Commander, Joint Forces Command, Norfolk. Thank you, sir, for being here. And Captain Janet Days, who made history early this year when she became the first African-American female commanding officer in the history of Naval Station Norfolk. Thank you, madam, for being here. Please stand. We're home to both NATO's Allied Command Transformation and Joint Forces Command, the only two NATO commands in North America, and hosts 30 NATO member countries. And just last week, Finland became the 31st member. We welcome Finland to Norfolk and look forward to Finland's flag being raised on the Scope Plaza for the first time next Thursday as we kick off the Norfolk NATO Festival. With us from NATO, Major General Robert Glab, Deputy Chief of Staff, Resources and Management. Thank you, sir, for being here. As the war continues in Ukraine, I'm encouraged by the compassion of so many Norfolk residents who have stepped up to provide aid and comfort. The Women's Club of Norfolk and other groups are working across the region to make Ukrainian aid the focal point of their charitable efforts as the people of Ukraine defend their freedom and democracy. Thank you all for standing with Ukraine by giving and serving and outreach. Economic development is essential for any economy to thrive. It creates jobs, it grows businesses, and generates the revenue necessary to invest in programs and services that matter most to our residents. We are supporting small businesses in Norfolk with the Capital Access Program, designed to assist new, existing, and expanding businesses that lack access to traditional financing. The Enterprise Zone Program, providing state and local tax incentives to businesses that invest, create jobs within the city's designated enterprise zones. The Commercial Corridor Program, providing critical capital needed to improve economic vitality of our city's main streets and neighborhoods, and a $250,000 grant from the Rockefeller Foundation to assist minority-owned businesses with one-on-one technical assistance with experts in business, consulting, accounting, marketing, public relations, and website development. And as businesses start up and expand and relocate to Norfolk, we are growing and strengthening our economy. Lawson, a development, construction, and management company, relocated their corporate headquarters to downtown Norfolk, bringing 61 jobs. Advanced Integrated Technologies, a Norfolk-based, veteran-owned ship repair contractor for the United States Navy, Coast Guard, and Sea Lift Command, recently announced a $500,000 expansion, creating 76 new jobs. The Miller Group is preparing to construct Fairwinds Landing, a world-class maritime operations and logistics center to support offshore wind, defense, and transportation industries. In January, Fairwinds Landing received a Virginia Business Ready Sites Program grant for $3.5 million to demolish the old Lambert's Point docks. Fairwinds Landing is a $100 million investment on a 111-acre site that could potentially host over 500 new jobs and become home to Dominion Energy's operation base for offshore wind and military support. Innovation is a major driving force of long-term economic growth and sustainable development. Norfolk Innovation Corridor, the NIC, parallels the Elizabeth River and serves to attract and retain technology companies while serving as a magnet for a talented and diverse workforce. TechArt Solutions, an award-winning technology firm that helps clients reimagine their businesses through digital solutions, invested $100,000 to expand its Norfolk-based headquarters in the NIC. Over its 11-year run, TechArt has used its home in Norfolk to support 120 high-paying jobs in 11 states and in 2 countries. Embody, a Norfolk-based sports medicine company that was born here in 2014, has announced a $5 million, 10,000 square foot expansion to increase product research and development capabilities. This expansion will create 92 new jobs. Last fall, KTN in Compostela, a Belgian-owned plastics and polymers warehousing distribution company, added 240,000 square feet, invested $61 million, and created 35 new jobs. Printco, Premier Joint Venture Partners, established a healthcare product manufacturing facility in Norfolk. This investment represents $18 million, 284 jobs, with a future investment of nearly $6 million. Yellow Dog, an inventory software development company headquartered in Norfolk, engages over 20% of the professional sport stadiums and arenas in the country, is investing $150,000 to expand its facility by 10,000 square feet, creating 20 new jobs. Ardex, launched 16 years ago, has since evolved into a top management and consulting firm in the government healthcare management field, invested $2.5 million to relocate and open a new division of health equity on 21st Street, creating 15 new jobs. Magazine Jukebox, headquartered in Norfolk, provides commercial spaces with a digital alternative to traditional print magazines, serves more than 1,000 locations across the nation, is investing $1 million and creating 20 new jobs. Whether you are starting, relocating, or expanding, one thing is for sure, Norfolk is open for business. From energy demand reduction to community gardens, we are improving the environment and creating new opportunities. We developed a $5 million multi-year plan to convert all streetlights to LED, and we received $3 million in federal grant funding to support this project. Thank you, Congressman Scott, for being here and for your support and with assisting and securing this federal funding. But there's a problem. We need more. Congressman Kiggins, can you? The region needs more. Norfolk residents, civic leagues, and other nonprofits are designing and installing innovative water retention systems and green infrastructure to mitigate flooding caused by storm water. Ocean View Christian Academy built a comprehensive water retention system that includes water tanks, dry wells, a retaining wall, and native landscaping. Sherwood Forest Elementary School students constructed a 77-foot-long garden to absorb rainwater, reduce flooding in the school's courtyard, and reduce pollution in the Lafayette River. The Elizabeth River Trail Foundation installed a rain garden and an ecological greenway at Jeff Robinson Park. And the Downtown Norfolk Civic League is installing a water catchment system in the downtown community garden at Freemason Baptist Church. Thank you to our residents, our civic leagues, our nonprofits for doing your part to help mitigate flooding caused by storm water. Education is economic development. Our city, business, and community leaders are devoted to working with Norfolk Public Schools to create a world-class education system that provides every student the tools and opportunities needed to succeed. Thank you to our school board members, to Dr. Birdsong, teachers, and staff for going the extra mile and making a difference in the lives of our students. And to continue to grow our economy, it is essential that we invest in higher education, career, technical workforce training, in-demand degrees and certifications to ensure that our residents are competitive and equipped to succeed in the 21st century. Norfolk State University is working to resolve the Broadband Digital Inclusion Challenge in minority communities and was awarded nearly $4 million in a grant from the Department of Commerce for this initiative. In October, ODU created the School of Supply Chain, Logistics, and Maritime Operations to strengthen our role as a leader in maritime operations, logistics, and renewable energy. ODU's $75 million health sciences building is nearing completion as the university plans a new biology building that will be the largest capital project in the university's history. This $170 million investment, 163,000 square foot facility will be dedicated to teaching and conducting research. Esports is the fastest growing global sport and a billion-dollar industry that is quickly expanding to college campuses across the country. In February, Virginia Wesleyan hosted collegiate esports teams from across the nation, bringing over 200 people to our region. Tidewater Community College, Visual Arts and Design Center, a 37,000 square foot facility, is scheduled to open this fall. Data shows that there's more than 1,000 photography and graphic design jobs in the region, with 140 new jobs being added annually. Centura College partnered with Prime Plus of Norfolk for service learning and a community service project to build a gazebo for the senior center. At the same time, Tidewater Tech students in the Building, Construction, and Trades program provided and installed new flooring at the facility at no cost to the city or to Prime Plus, while other students were afforded skilled trade opportunities on the battleship Wisconsin. And the Aviation Institute of Maintenance received $430,000 from the FAA to expose youth and veterans to aviation maintenance education and training opportunities in Norfolk. EVMS raised over $80 million through their Delivery on a Promise campaign, which provided 72 new scholarships, created 10 new academic honors, and opened the Lawrence J. Goldwich Institute for Integrated Neurohealth. In October, CHKD Children's Pavilion marked a significant milestone in their mission to bring health, healing, and hope to all children as the first phase of the new 60-bed inpatient mental health unit opened. CHKD's Children's Pavilion is a $224 million investment, creating 400 new jobs, providing 2,500 inpatient care and 48,000 outpatient therapy appointments annually. ODU, NSU, and EVMS have committed to creating the one school of public health. This unique collaboration aims to improve health equity, which will lead to the creation and advancement of public health, enabling individuals and communities to thrive. And since 2022, ODU and EVMS have been actively working on the integration of the institutions into the Eastern Virginia Health Sciences Center at ODU. Leveraging their expertise, they will create the largest health sciences center in the Commonwealth of Virginia, with the largest number of degrees offered, the largest number of students enrolled, and the largest number of graduates annually. Eastern Virginia Health Sciences Center will better address healthcare disparities, enhance patient care, and generate a significant economic impact for the city of Norfolk and the region. And Centera is engaged, supportive, and ready to support ODU and EVMS to provide the best education and care for our community. Centera recently opened the first 3 Centera community care programs. 2 are providing services in Norfolk, 1 at the Union Mission and the 2nd at the Banks at Berkeley. The 3rd Centera Mobile Care is servicing the entire region, bringing health and wellness services to communities where individuals live, work, play, and learn. And Centera awarded more than $150,000 to the Norfolk Community Services Board to support an extension of Norfolk's Healthy Hotel. Launched in Norfolk in 2019, Healthier 757, an interactive, game-based, incentive-driven digital platform designed to increase health literacy, workforce productivity, and economic prosperity, is improving the health and wellness of our citizens throughout the region. Thank you. Thank you to our higher education institutions, medical facilities, and healthcare platforms who are deeply committed to addressing health challenges that's facing our community. Thank you. We are the economic and cultural hub of the region. 7 venues enjoyed a phenomenal year in 2022, hosting 551 shows, entertaining nearly 800,000 patrons with a direct economic impact of over $18 million to our economy. The Patriotic Festival debuted in Norfolk last Memorial Day weekend. 30,000 patrons filled the streets in downtown and Town Point Park for a great experience. The Patriotic Festival hit record-breaking financial revenue in ticket sales, food and beverages, and sponsorships. 90% of the attendees came from outside of Norfolk, 36% from outside of the region. The festival generated $9 million in economic impact, supporting $3 million in worker pay, 80 jobs, and $354,000 in tax revenue for the city of Norfolk. And we look forward to the festival returning to Norfolk in a few weeks. Norfolk is home to the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, and once again hosted the MEAC basketball tournament with over 20,000 attendees, generating $5.1 million in economic impact, $230,000 in local taxes, and supporting over 1,000 jobs. The tournament was televised on ESPN, putting Norfolk in the national spotlight once again. The Harrison Opera House has hosted world-class performers such as the Vienna Boys Choir, and later this year, the State Ballet Theater of Ukraine will perform Snow White. And this season, Broadway's biggest attractions can be found all at Chrysler Hall. The Virginia International Tattoo has grown into the largest event of its kind in North America and ranks as one of the 5 largest military tattoos in the world. This year's tattoo, A Salute to Military Families, is a reminder and celebration of the importance of military families to our city, region, and nation. We thank our military families for their sacrifice and service. Norfolk is home to parades and festivals. They are means of cultural expression, social cohesion, spiritual reflection, economic development, and enjoyment. They enrich our lives, bring us closer together, and attract tourism. In Norfolk, tourism employs nearly 7,000 people and is the 3rd largest economic driver of our city. Our latest tourism revenue was over $1.7 billion. Hotel occupancy was up 10.6%, and room revenue 24.8%. In Norfolk, we understand the power of hospitality and travel and the critical role art, culture, and tourism play in making our city vibrant and supporting jobs and businesses. The Port of Norfolk was incorporated in 1705. Today, it's the Port of Virginia and is among the nation's highest performing ports. More than 95% of the world's shipping lines call on our port, linking Norfolk to more than 380 ports in over 115 locations worldwide. The port handles over 25 million tons of cargo, generates over $1 billion in economic activity, and provides maritime-related employment for nearly 437,000 Virginians. The port is investing $1.1 billion to expand rail capacity, renovate the North Berth at Norfolk International Terminals, and create the deepest channels on the U.S. East Coast. And by the way, the Port of Virginia was named the best performing port in North America last year by S&P and the World Bank. Norfolk is the most multimodal city in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Planes fly here. Norfolk International Airport helps drive our economy, generating employment for more than 17,000 jobs with a total economic impact of $2.2 billion. Our airport is now the only FAA-designed medium hub airport in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And last year was the best year in the airport's 85-year history, serving more than 4 million passengers, becoming a hub for Breeze Airways, a growing carrier that has nonstop flights to Las Vegas and soon Los Angeles. Spirit Airlines added new flights to Orlando and Fort Lauderdale, and Delta Airlines is flying larger planes to meet the rising demand among business and leisure travelers. Changes are coming to the airport. 4 new gates, a consolidated security checkpoint, improvements to baggage screening, airport ticketing, roadways, and parking. And, by the way, the People Mover is coming back. Last month, the airport, I can end the speech right there. Last month, the airport was awarded $5.4 million in federal funding to construct the moving walkway. Thank you, Congressman Scott. Thank you, Congressman Kiggins. And for the work at the airport, Norfolk International Airport was awarded a 4-star regional airport rating by the London-based company StarTrax at the 2023 World Airport Awards. Only 7 airports in the United States received this recognition. Well done. Trains travel here. In July, Amtrak added a 3rd round-trip train from Norfolk to Washington, D.C. and beyond to meet the increasing demand for passenger rail service. Cruise ships sailed here. Carnival Cruise Line will more than double the cruises it offers from Norfolk in 2023. From May until October, vacationers from across the country will sail from the Half Moon Cruise and Celebration Center to the Caribbean, Bahamas, Bermuda, Canada, and New England. 200,000 passengers will come and cruise from Norfolk, generating nearly $25 million in economic impact, and in 2025, Norfolk will become home port for the Carnival Sunshine, a 3,200 passenger cruise ship offering year-round weekly cruises from Norfolk. We are creating stronger and more connected communities. Meredith Construction has partnered with CCB Rail Yard to create the Rail Yard at Lambert's Point. The Rail Yard is an adaptive reuse of historic buildings mixing with new architectural and technology. This $40 million investment will create 1,100 square feet of entertainment, restaurant, office, and retail space, creating 350 new jobs will open this fall. Marathon Development Group is developing several luxury apartment complexes in Norfolk. Fusion at Neon, a $60 million investment with 230 apartment homes, creating 500 construction jobs and 9 permanent jobs will open in September. Gravity at Waterside Drive, a $65 million investment with 273 apartment homes, creating 500 construction jobs, 9 permanent jobs will open in August. York Street Apartments, a $17 million investment with 68 apartment homes, creating 250 construction jobs, 3 permanent jobs will open in July. And DePaul Villages, a 488 luxury home apartment complex with a 4-story parking garage, is a $150 million investment, creating over 800 construction jobs and more than 20 permanent jobs. In October, the Breeden Company opened The Loft at Front Street, a 258 luxury apartment home complex on the Elizabeth River. This $70 million investment created 453 construction jobs and 11 permanent jobs. And the Breeden Company is currently developing Lake Taylor Point on Kempsville Road, a 188 luxury apartment and cottage home community on 18 acres, a $43 million investment, creating 350 construction jobs and 6 permanent jobs. SL Nasbaum Realty invested nearly $26 million to develop Ashton Apartment Homes, a 118 apartment home complex in Bruce's Park on the site of the old American Cigar Company factory. Lawson is completing Market Heights, a 100% LIHTC community with 164 apartment homes, a $34 million investment that created 300 construction jobs and 8 permanent jobs. In February, the Richmond Group broke ground on Aspire, a mixed-use development featuring apartment homes and an inline commercial center at the corner of Church and Bramerton. A $27 million investment will create 200 construction jobs and provide 85 affordable apartment homes, 21 of which are reserved for returning Tidewater Gardens residents and 6 for individuals who were experiencing homelessness. We are strengthening neighborhoods and deconcentrating poverty in Norfolk. Our People First program is helping residents rise above poverty and develop economic resilience. Since starting the St. Paul's transformation, the annual wage income for those employed has increased just over $14,000 to $20,000, and the employment rate in the community has risen from 47% to over 75%. And in the 3 years we've been working in Tidewater Gardens, 100% of the high school students receive their diplomas. And and 95% of adults and 100% of children now have health insurance in Tidewater Gardens. As everyone has transitioned out of Tidewater Gardens, we have guaranteed all of them a right to return. And as construction is underway in the new community called Kindred, the Franklin Johnston Group is the local developer of the first phase of replacement housing. The first phase includes 2 buildings: Reunion Senior Living Building with 72 apartment homes, and Origin Circle, a multifamily living complex with 120 apartment homes. Both the senior and the multifamily living facilities are scheduled to open this summer. Team Norfolk is being recognized for their work in workforce development. LinkedIn ranked Norfolk second in the nation for veterans transitioning to the private sector. The Virginia Department of Veteran Services awarded Norfolk the V3 Secretary Award for our work and commitment to the Virginia Values Veterans Program. The city earned the Skilled Bridge certification from the Department of Defense for helping service members transition out of the military and to the workforce. And as a community, we are investing in our arts and cultural infrastructure. The Norfolk Botanical Garden is currently undergoing a major expansion, the Garden of Tomorrow. This $36 million project includes a 30,000 square foot conservatory and is the garden's biggest expansion in its 85-year history. The Chrysler Museum of Art has raised $56 million in a capital campaign for an 18,000 square foot expansion, the Perry Glass Studio. Nauticus is undergoing a more than $21 million redesign of its entire visitor experience, including the addition of 5 state-of-the-art exhibit galleries and a new Wonder Hall entrance. The Virginia Zoo welcomed nearly 430,000 visitors last year. A third were from outside of the region. Our zoo is the most highly attended venue in the region. But more importantly, its educational programs reach more than 40,000 children each year. Our arts and cultural amenities are cornerstones of our community. They are transforming us into a cultural magnet for the entire region and beyond. The city is rich and diverse in culture and with many iconic attractions. Whether you are interested in exploring our history, experiencing our cultural amenities, or visiting one of our popular attractions, Norfolk is the path to adventure and exploration. We welcome everyone to explore the battleship Wisconsin, learn the history of Naval Station Norfolk on the Victory Rover, see historic homes, stroll through historic neighborhoods, sail the American Rover on the iconic Elizabeth River, view the Chesapeake Bay from the Ocean View Fishing Pier, the longest freestanding fishing pier in North America. Enjoy extraordinary festivals and signature events at one of Norfolk's many entertainment venues, parks, or outdoor spaces. Discover the pagoda and Oriental Garden when walking along the Elizabeth River Trail. Walk through the Botanical Garden with over 30 themed gardens, lakes, exhibits, and palatial 155 acres. Be mesmerized by one of the largest collections of glass in the world at the Chrysler Museum. Visit the zoo, home to over 700 animals from around the world. Or just try a waffle cone at Dumar's, a local favorite that has stood the test of time. Or find your place in the sand on Norfolk's 7.5 miles of beaches. Norfolk is well positioned for the future. Our financial position is strong. We have made significant investments in infrastructure and personnel, public safety, schools and neighborhoods, innovation and technology. We have maintained a balanced budget and healthy reserves. Our disciplined and prudent fiscal management style continues to provide benefits to the city and our residents. We have earned and maintained Standard & Poor's AAA bond rating. This is a testament to the high investor confidence, the health and stability of our city, and affirmation that the state of our city is strong.
Norfolk is the path to the future. Our vision is clear. We see beyond our present challenges and we uplift our city and our region. Together, we are creating a picture of a brighter future, and together, we will build that future for all, turning dreams into reality. Norfolk is the path to success for individuals and businesses and organizations to live out their mission, to achieve goals and reach full potential. Norfolk is the path to collaboration and cooperation for regionalism, public-private partnerships, and citizen engagement. Norfolk is the path to prosperity and enterprise for entrepreneurs to invent, create, and conceive new ideas. Norfolk is the path for breakthroughs and advancements in education, healthcare, innovation, and technology. Norfolk is the path to an integrated and inclusive design for public safety, peace, and security. Norfolk is the path to economic and social sustainability. Yes, Norfolk has been the historical, urban, financial, and cultural center of the region for more than 340 years. The very heartbeat of the region. Still, Norfolk, the future is ours to shape. We are the beacon of hope, the place of opportunity, the epic center of the region, the future, the home to all. Norfolk is the path to the future. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the city of Norfolk. And God bless the United States of America.